Hey, what's up guys, my manifestors? This is Tarkan and welcome to another video. How about that? Yet another one. So yeah, as you can probably tell from the title, I want to chat just a little bit about this idea of obsession versus love. Now, you know, as the title says, obsession is not love. And I felt the need to do a video addressing this specifically because I'm getting so many messages and comments out there, and I see this with my coaching clients, this idea. And I've talked about it a lot, I know, but maybe it's time to make a specific video about this, okay? If you're out there manifesting a specific person, you need to really understand the difference here between love. In other words, you gotta love them, right? You gotta love them unconditionally. The difference between that and obsession, okay? I get this so many times. Tarkan, I focused on them positively, but they're not back yet. Or I've been focusing on myself and I was doing other things and I'm being really happy, but they're just still not here. Well, guess what? You're not focusing on other things. You're not focusing on your own happiness. You're not focusing on centering yourself and grounding yourself. If you turn right around afterwards and you ask yourself, well, where are they now? Because how many times have I said that these techniques and focusing on yourself, these are not magic buttons or incantations. Affirmations are not incantations that you repeat. They're not magic words that will bring, the person back into your life. What's going to bring them or attract them back into your life is loving yourself enough that you become complete in yourself, feeling complete and whole in yourself without needing them to fill that hole. Nobody wants to fill that hole for you guys. Nobody. And think about if the tables were reversed and they were obsessed about you. Now you might be saying, Tarkan, I'd love that. I'd love if they were obsessed with me, but would you really? Think about that. You're all they ever think about. To the detriment of their own life, to the detriment of living their life, to the detriment of following their own path. The idea being that you're the only one that can make them happy, and how dare you not be there in that place, fulfilling that mission that they have placed upon you to make them happy. How can you be responsible for somebody else's happiness? It's an impossible task. You have to be able to do that for yourself without expecting them to do it. You know who attracts people into their life, who attracts healthy relationships? People who feel whole and complete in themselves already without expecting the other person to do it for them. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, guys, it's very important, and I really want to stress this, okay? I'm not chiding you or anything like that. I've been in this boat. I've been obsessed with specific people. It never brought me anything but misery and pain and emptiness because, again, I was ignoring the obvious, which was that I needed to be responsible for that part of myself, that happiness, filling that hole, filling that void, becoming complete in myself was a task that I needed to undertake, not them, not anybody else. And you know, for many years, I blamed society, I blamed my parenting, I blamed, that person in 7th grade and that teacher in 8th grade and those people and all those past lovers or potential lovers or people that, rejected me, or I felt rejected by them, and it was all their fault. But it wasn't until really I woke up and I understood something very fundamental. It can't be everybody's fault that I'm unhappy. It just can't be. And if you're out there and you're one of those people that likes to employ their mind very much, and you think about logic, think about how illogical it is to expect other people to make you happy. That's obsession. That's also avoiding your duty to yourself to make yourself happy without needing anybody else, without depending on anybody else to feel good about yourself. To be able to do that for yourself, that's what makes you a powerful and strong person. And that's what makes you an attractive person. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Needing somebody else, obsessing over somebody else. Notice the word need. That's different than want also. The difference between wanting somebody and needing somebody is huge, okay? Needing somebody, you're thinking about them 24/7. You're not doing anything else with your life. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not taking care of your mind. You're not taking care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically probably. You know, you're probably out there living life thinking, oh, I hate this part of my life. I hate that part of my life. I hate the other part of my life. The only thing that feels good to me in some capacity is thinking all day about this person. Or if they were to just come back and shower me with affection all the time. Well, think about that. If they did come back and showered you with affection all the time, that's like a drug. That's something you're always going to need. They become your dealer, your pusher. And that thing becomes, that attention that you want, that you seek, becomes your drug. It's like a little dopamine push. It's why we obsess so hard over, you know, our social media posts. How many people liked what I posted? Oh, not enough people liked it. I must be a piece of garbage. That's how you feel. And you know, the people who created these platforms, they know that. They understand that concept. That's why they put that little like button in there, you see. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Look, we're all guilty of it. We do it. We all do it. It's important to all of us as human beings that other human beings approve of us. We want to belong to something. We want to feel validated. We want to feel appreciated and loved. There's nothing wrong with that part, okay? That's very different. But understand this. Understand this. You're always going to chase that thing. You're always going to chase that thing if that's all you make it about. And also, that is not love. That is not love. When I talk about unconditional love, what does that really mean? Let's touch on that for just a second, because it's important, and I've used that term a lot, but maybe I haven't really talked about it that much. Unconditional means you expect nothing in return for the love that you offer up. Oh, but Tarkan, but come on, I deserve to have that back. Of course you do. But if you demand it back, then you're not loving somebody. Then it becomes like an exchange, like a business exchange, or like, you know, you're purchasing their love with your love. You're purchasing their attention with your attention. And then if you don't get it back, then somehow they become a bad person. They've hurt you. They're terrible. That's not love. That's certainly not unconditional. Unconditional love. Well, unconditional love means send them love. And I've talked about this too in previous videos. An important aspect of this, of manifesting a specific person into your life, is to love them, but love them unconditionally. That means even if they're off with somebody else, and I know, listen, you don't want to hear this right now, even if they're currently off with somebody else, or even if they're single, but they're just choosing not to be with you at the moment, you need to be okay with that. You got to become okay with that. And you have to still offer them love. You have to still love them and appreciate them, even though nothing is coming back to you. That's unconditional love, and that's the only kind of love that's going to get you anywhere with them, or with anybody for that matter. But if you're out there going, well, I sent them a text message, you know, because I wanted to see how they were doing, but I haven't heard anything back. Why aren't they texting me back? I haven't heard anything back. It's been a day. It's been 3 days. It's been 2 days. It's been an hour. Whatever it is. I know you're sitting there doing that. I know you're sending that text, and you're only doing it for the purpose of getting something back from them. That's not love. That's obsession. That's not unconditional. That comes with conditions. I will only offer you love and be nice and kind to you and give you attention if you return it. Now, okay, I understand if somebody is out there, you know, being mean to you or really just ignoring you, you really shouldn't be chasing after them anyway. All right, because that shows a lack of self-respect, which is an unattractive quality, guys. I'm being really real here with you today, okay? This is maybe not even so much law of attraction. This is some practical shit that I'm laying on you, all right? And it's important to talk about this sometimes because there isn't a practical aspect to human attraction. All right, somebody said this, we retreat from that which pursues us. It's just nature, because in our human mind, that feels predatory. That feels like we're being hunted, okay? And that makes us feel like prey. So if you're out there chasing somebody around, constantly blowing up their phone, you know, always expecting things to come back in return for your attention to them, you know, then, or getting mad at them for not giving you enough attention, that feels like, to them, in their mind, that feels like somebody's after me. It feels dangerous. So people retreat from that. okay? And I hear this a lot from you guys, not all of you guys, all right? But I hear this a lot, and I really want to address this. It's so important. I get this, you know, this idea that, you know, I get this, they've blocked me. They've blocked me on social media. Now everything feels hopeless. First of all, it's not hopeless just because they blocked you, okay? I've heard stories of people manifesting things back when they've had, you know, restraining orders against them, okay? It could be much worse than you being blocked on their Instagram or their Facebook. But ask yourself this, why would they be blocking you? Why would they be blocking you? Obviously, it's because you were over pursuing them. You were showering them with some kind of unwanted attention or too much attention or too much of this obsession that I'm talking about. And why would they block you? It feels dangerous to people. And that's not saying that you're a dangerous person or you're trying to hurt them, but that's what our monkey mind reacts to. It thinks that we're in danger when somebody over pursues us in this way. You see this in sales, you know, oh, the hard sell, the hard sell. Well, that can feel predatory to people. A lot of people are turned off by that, right? You have to give people the space to come towards you, the space to choose you. That's influencing them. That's not forcing them. That's not begging and pleading with them. That's influencing them. And the way you influence them positively to choose you, to think about you, to want to be in your presence is to become that wonderful, naturally whole, complete, self-loving self that you are. That you are underneath all those layers of obsession and fear and worry. No one's going to love me. If they don't love me, no one will ever love me. They're the best I can do. Things are scarce. Lovers are scarce. In my life, at least. Good things are scarce. That's not how a manifester thinks. You need to drop that thinking right now. And I'll tell you something, guys. Manifesting anything, it's so much about you and who you are and what you believe about yourself. It has nothing to do with them. Not a damn thing. It's always about you. And once you really grasp that, once you really understand that, and even if it's a painful truth to accept, it's the best truth to accept. It's the only thing that's really going to get you anywhere in life and with manifesting, in your manifesting career, let's call it, okay? Because that's why you're all here. That's why you read the books and watch the videos and get the coaching, because you want to learn how to do this. Well, I'm here to tell you, here's a big way that you learn to do this is to become that powerful, self-loving, self-respecting person. And I feel like so many times when I talk about this, a lot of you guys out there just dismiss it outright. Well, I don't want that. I just want them to come back into my life. Well, you're not going to get them back into your life by obsessing about them. You're not going to get them back into your life by changing nothing about yourself. You need to begin by changing yourself. You have to become the person that they would choose because you've become the person that you would choose. You understand? You have to choose yourself first before anybody else can choose you. And choosing yourself first is giving them permission to choose you. It's so important. So much of this manifesting work, this law of attraction work, is about self-improvement. That's what this really is. And it's going to require looking at yourself in the mirror and really being honest and brutally truthful with yourself, even if that hurts for a moment, okay? And I know so many of us don't want to do that. We want everyone else to fix our problems for us. We want the world to fix our problems for us. The universe will cooperate with you when you begin to cooperate with yourself, when you begin to become truthful about what is lacking in your life and that you are the only one that has the ability to fill that hole. Nobody and nothing else. No person, no drug, no nothing. Not even me, okay? I can guide you there to the water. I can't make you drink it. You have to take that drink. You got to do it. There's only so far that I can walk you, and that people like me and coaches and teachers can walk you. There's only so far that you can go. At some point, you're going to have to pick up the ball yourself and start playing, okay? At some point, you're going to have to stop looking at all the theory and start getting into acting. And the way you do that is to begin to do the things that are going to make your life feel complete and whole. They're going to make you happy without needing that other person to be there to constantly shower you with attention and validation. Because that'll get old too. If they do, that'll get old really quick. and you'll be looking for the next fix. You'll get bored with them. Now they're showering you with attention all the time. Why do I still not feel complete and whole? Now I have all the money and cash that I wanted. Why do I still have this emptiness inside of me? You hear this all the time. Because you just use those things as external factors to stuff that hole. Thinking that those were the things that were going to fix your unhappiness, fix your sense of incompleteness. Nobody can do that, and nothing can do that for you. These things that you want are just stand-ins for a state of being. That state of being that you're looking for, that true relationship that you're looking for, is the one relationship with your higher self, with your inner being. That connection, that's the one you're always seeking. And you think the money's going to get you there, and the specific person is going to get you there, and that car is going to get you there, and that trip is going to get you there. Those things are awesome. And they will find you, but it begins with you and inside of you. You need to start making the decision right now that you're going to make yourself the project of your life, not them. You are your project. You are duty bound to yourself and nobody else. And nobody else is duty bound to you. They're duty bound to themselves as well. So let me tell you what's going to happen when you begin to turn this around inside yourself. When you begin to understand, oh, I can't depend on them or anybody to fill that hole, that emptiness inside of me. I need to do it myself. Well, damn, I know that sounds like a daunting task, doesn't it? It's not. Only in your mind. You're making a mountain out of a molehill, right? The old saying. You are. It's easy. It's easy, okay? Start looking at yourself in positive ways. Start making positive aspect lists of yourself. Start telling yourself in the mirror every day that you're beautiful, you're awesome, you're a catch, you're amazing. You love yourself. I love you. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Do it. If you're going to do any affirmation out there, do that affirmation, okay? Forget about them for now. You need to get okay with yourself first. And I know this will be the hardest when a breakup or whatever is fresh still, it just happened. But that's when it's most important that you turn that ship around right then and there before it builds momentum. Okay? Before it gets way too far down the road, and it'll be more difficult for you to reel it back in and get back to yourself. Do the work now. You can lick your wounds for a while. You can feel awful and sorry for yourself for a while. Okay, give yourself maybe 10 minutes a day to do that. And then say, that's enough. That's all you get, ego. Now we're going back to work. And the work is becoming complete. The work is, where in my life can I make some changes? Where in my behavior can I make some changes? Where in my self-talk can I make some changes right now? Because I understand as a deliberate, aware manifester that I need to make this happen. I need to change myself in order to change my environment. Without fail, that's how it works, guys. So what's going to happen when you start to do that is you're going to feel better. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel relief. You're going to feel all that baggage of all that obsession that's weighing you down and making it hard for you to breathe and move and think clearly. It's exhausting and it's so draining. And I know that you guys, you exhaust yourselves, you wear yourselves out. And at the end of the day, you go, my God, I give up. I'm done with this. This doesn't work. This is awful, because you've exhausted yourself energetically to such a degree that you can't even function anymore. And that's when things happen. I get this so much. Then suddenly I heard from them. Well, hello, McFly. What have I been saying all along? Stop obsessing about them. Stop thinking about them all the time. Stop watching your phone when they're going to get back to you. Stop stalking them on social media. Get back to yourself. Get back to your life. Make yourself strong and powerful. Especially in these times right now, guys, this is so important. You are all warriors out there. But you're like drunk warriors, drunk on this need to, constantly have this feedback, this dopamine push. You need to get all that stuff out of your life. Stop watching the news. Stop spending so much time on social media. Only watch my videos. No, I'm kidding. But, honestly, meditate, get quiet in yourself, center yourself, unfocus. Soften your focus, just bit by bit, day by day, on the current reality that you detest so much, that you're trying to get away from so much. Just soften your focus on it. Just practice it. Make it a practice. Make it a practice. Make it a discipline in your life that you're going to get on top of. I can't tell you how important meditating is. It's not some magical thing. You got to sit there and cross your legs in a certain way and pinch your fingers together and om and all that. I mean, if that works for you, great, but that's not necessarily what meditating is. It's just being quiet. It's just being in the moment, breathing, being aware of your body, being inside your body, softening your focus on your surroundings. All right? Trying to clear your head from all the chitter chatter all day long. Because I know you engage in it, and you go right back after that to looking at their profile and looking at your phone, and they haven't texted me yet, and it's been so long. You're counting the days and the months and the years, how long it's been. You're keeping a tally like you're in prison. How can you enjoy your life day to day if you feel like you're in prison? And they're the only ones who can release you. They're the only ones who have the key to your freedom. No, you're the only one who has that. Don't put that on them. They're going to look to you. They're going to look to you to be the strong one in their lives. Think about that. Why don't you flip the table, and then you're visualizing and you're thinking about this thing, and in your scripting, you decide that you're the strong centered one and they're the one who's obsessed, and then look at it from that angle and see what that feels like and what that looks like from that perspective. You probably won't like it. Because here's another thing that's going to happen. When you get back to yourself, when you love yourself, when you appreciate yourself, when you make your life the best that you can possibly make it, you become the best version of yourself that you possibly can. And now you're happy. And now you get up every morning and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, hey, Jill or Sarah or Bob or Brandon or whatever, I love you. You're awesome. Your life is amazing. I love getting up every day in the morning because I love myself. I appreciate my life. I can look at the things that are working for me. I can see how I influence those things in a positive way. So I can see how I can manifest. I can see what a powerful creator I am. I can see myself getting better and better at this all the time. I don't need anybody else to do this for me. I can do this for me. I'm self-sufficient. I'm spiritually and emotionally self-sufficient. I'm strong. I'm a fucking warrior, damn it. I don't need anybody else to validate me, to make me feel good about myself. I got this. I got this, and I've had it all along, but I forgot. I was brainwashed into thinking that I don't have it, that I need them. I need politicians. I need money. I need this. I need that. I need the media to tell me how to think and act and feel. I walked around in fear all day, every day. The sky was going to fall on my head, but now I understand it's my sky. It's mine. This is my world. This is my universe. I am the creator of it. If I created my misery, I can create the opposite of that. I can create my joy, my wonderful happiness. So you're going to feel better. And then you're going to stand there as an example, a shining example to others. We're going to look at you and go, what's that person got? What's that guy got? What's that girl got? What do they got? There's something about them. They can't take their eyes off you. You walk in a room, all heads turn because there's an energy that you're carrying with you. A powerful, warrior-centered energy. And let me tell you something, in these times right now, what's the old saying? The land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Even if you got one eye open, you're going to be the king or the queen, okay? That's what's going to happen. You're going to walk around and you're going to have your shit together. You might be the only one in the room that has his shit together. Energy will precede you. It's not your looks. It's not any of that. It's your energy that precedes you that can be felt even before you make yourself visible in a space. Before you even walk in the room, your energy will be felt. People will look to you as an example on how to be, how to act. Why is that person so centered? Why do they seem so happy all the time? What's going on with them? What are they doing? Let's watch them. Let's study them. You become the teacher now, you see. You become the teacher now. And you'll become their teacher to the specific person that you're currently obsessing about. So that's the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to start suddenly influencing people. You're going to be that charismatic, magnetic person that people can't stop being around, can't stop looking at. You'll notice it. It may even freak you out. You'll notice it. And then what's going to happen is not only are they going to want to be around you more, think about you more, contact you more, but so will all these other people. But you're going to be in a position where you're going to go, hey, now I got options. I don't need anybody to feel this way. I don't need anyone. I don't need that specific person to feel this way. And you may still want them at that point, and then you can have them. But you may decide, you know what? I want somebody who's more like me right now. I want another person who's complete and whole in themselves, that they don't need me to make them happy all the time. That's what I want, because I'm that person now, because I've now grown into those shoes, and I want somebody else who's going to walk beside me in that same way as an equal. So at that point, you may very well manifest somebody that you never imagined you could have in your life. Now, if you're freaking out right now, me saying this and going, Tarkan, I only want them, then you're obsessing over them. You're exactly the person I'm making this video for. Okay? Stop it. Stop right now. They are not the only solution. They are not the only person in the world. And if you think they are, you're not loving them, you're obsessing over them. And you won't get them back that way. The only thing you're going to get is more shit to obsess about. That's how manifesting works. That's how law of attraction works. It doesn't work any other way. I wish I could tell you it does, but it doesn't. We say law of attraction. There are certain laws. There are certain rules about it, okay? You can't have somebody in your life that you obsess over, because that's not the energy of having them. That's the energy of wanting and needing them. So you're always going to attract reasons to want and need them and to feel empty without them. You got to make that decision right now. You need to look yourself in the mirror and say, what is it I really want out of this? Because I see it in your comments, in your emails, and I see it all across the board. I see this. I want them, but you haven't really thought about why. You haven't really been honest with yourself. You don't really know what that looks like, having them back in your life. What's that look like day to day? Is that really what you want? Or is what you want to obsess about them because you think licking your wounds feels good to you? You think licking your wounds makes you feel calm. It doesn't. If that's been your default mode for so long, it feels normal to you. But once you switch it up, you'll see how abnormal it actually is to obsess about somebody else. And you'll understand, I haven't been loving them, I've been obsessing over them. That's like a drug addiction. That's not love. If you're addicted to heroin, you don't love heroin. You're addicted to the effects of it. Just like you might be addicted to the effects of your obsession right now, to the effects of sitting there and having them over there and feeling this unrequited love thing. That can become like a drug to you. And your mind gets used to the chemicals that are released by that kind of thinking. And your body becomes dependent on those chemicals. So your mind will keep feeding you thoughts that will release those kinds of chemicals in your mind, and your body will feel satiated. It's just like smoking, having a cigarette, any addiction. All right? Your body thinks it needs it, but it just wants it. Just like you think you need them, but you just want them. And that's all it is. What you need, though, is to connect with yourself. What you need is to begin loving yourself and begin growing in yourself as a person. Because if you're obsessing about somebody else, that means you've stunted your own growth. You've stunted your own growth and you're obsessing over them at your own expense. That's not going to get them back, and that's not going to get anybody into your life. That's going to keep making you feel desperate and lonely and scared and worried and small. And you're none of those things. You are truly none of those things. You are so much more than that. But you need to begin to give yourself the opportunity to see that about yourself. And you can't do that while you're constantly focusing and obsessing about them. You just can't. All right? So if this is what you're doing out there, guys, if you're feeling that, I'm speaking to you right now in this video, and you're like, Tarkan's right, and he means me, and I've been doing that, then the thing to do is not to double down on focusing or visualizing about them or affirming about them. The thing to do is to pull back from that. And don't let your fear hold you back, because I know this is another aspect, another symptom of obsession, is that you think if you stop thinking about them altogether, that means they'll be gone forever. The universe will just pluck them away because it'll think that you don't want them anymore. No, it doesn't work that way. The more you think and obsess about them, that's how you push them away. You keep repeating that to yourself, okay? Remember, when you stand still, you're neither pursuing or retreating. You become a magnet. You're at the center. You're the flame that the moths come towards. You need to have that kind of stoicism about yourself. To just like a rock star. You know why rock stars standing on stage, or so people obsess about them so much? Because that's what they're doing. They're just standing there. That's a very powerful physical image to neither pursue nor retreat, but to stand your ground in yourself, as yourself, strong within yourself. And they'll flock to you. Not just your specific person, everybody. I've said this so many times, and I wish you guys would give yourselves the opportunity to see it for yourself, because once you realize you can have that person back, you'll have them back under the circumstance and the condition of you loving yourself so much and respecting and appreciating yourself so much that you're never going to be willing to make yourself feel bad about this situation anymore. And they'll see you in a different light. They'll want to be around you, but so will all these other amazing, hot, incredible people. And you're going to be overwhelmed. I wish you guys, so many of you guys, would give yourself finally the opportunity to see that. You got to let go of them. You have to let go of them. And you need to start embracing yourself. And that's really, there's no nice way I can put it at this point. Okay? I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm not trying to make you like self-conscious. I'm trying to make you aware of yourself and your behavior in what you're doing in regards to obsessing about a specific person. I'm trying to help you with that. But that's not to make you feel bad. That's to wake you up. Boom, I'm awake. I love myself. I appreciate myself. I don't need them. Boom, there they are. Wow, where have they been all this time? Well, you were obsessing over them. That's repellent energy. But now you've got attractive energy going on. Now you're a magnet. Now you're attracting. Now you're manifesting things that you want and people that you want. And now you're going to go, ooh, I have options. I wanted that Ferrari, but I could have a Bentley. I could have this car. I have all these things, the options now. Maybe I want that. Maybe I want this, but okay. Or maybe you still want them at that point, but that's fine. But so then they'll come back into your life and you will have a healthy, amazing, adult, mature relationship with them that will last. That will last. You don't want the old relationship back. The old relationship that fell apart, if this is an ex we're talking about, that fell apart because it was your old relationship with yourself that was flawed, not your relationship with them. That's the relationship you got to fix and you got to work on. And then that fixes all your other relationships because they're nothing but a reflection and an extension of the relationship that you have with yourself. Finished, end of sentence, period. Period. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. There's no other way to put it, guys. That's it. Okay? So don't come to me and say, but Tarkan, oh, I loved myself for 5 minutes today and they still haven't returned my call. They still haven't texted me back. You're not loving yourself. You're going right back to obsessing about them. It's like you say, I didn't shoot heroin for 10 minutes today and then I fucking slammed that needle into my arm. What happened? Well, you went right back to the drug. That's an extreme example. I realize, but you know what? That's kind of what it is. That's kind of what it is. Okay? That's really what it is. You need to start making your life so complete, so amazing and wonderful and joyful that you don't have time to think about somebody else, whether they want you or like you or not. Powerful people don't do that. Successful people don't think that way. They don't care what other people think of them. It's nice when people come and love you and give you attention. It's awesome. But hey, you know what? That's cool. Thank you, honey, for doing that. But I'm strong in myself. I don't need you to do that. I appreciate you doing that. Right? It's a very different kind of thing. And then when you can get over that obsession and you can love yourself unconditionally, that's when you can truly begin to love them unconditionally. And they'll know it. They'll feel it. They'll see it. Right? They'll want to be around it because now they understand, oh, I don't have to always be on. I don't have to always pay attention to them all day long or they'll get upset with me. I'm free to come and go. You got to love somebody in such a way that they feel free around you. They feel free around you. And we've talked a lot on this channel about, making yourself feel a certain way. But there's also something to be said about how you're making them feel. Are you making it easy for them to choose you? Or are you making it difficult for them to choose you? If they're blocking you on, whatever social platform, then that's your clear indication right there. Not to freak out, not to think it's all over, but a clear indication and sign that, oh, I've been overdoing it. I haven't been making them feel free. I've been making them feel constrained. I've been making them feel maybe even a little frightened of me, my obsession, my level of obsession. You have to start becoming self-aware and also understand how your behavior is affecting them. Okay? That's a big part of this, and I know I haven't talked about that a lot. But self-awareness is key. It's key. It's really, guys, the only way that you're going to do this and manifest anything. And trust me, it's not as difficult as you think it is. Again, it's like an obsession. It's like an addiction. It's like a drug. It's going to feel difficult at first. It's going to feel weird. And you're going to feel like, I need to think about them. I need to check their social media again. All right? It's going to feel weird, but you can get over that hurdle. You can get over that hurdle. Just like if you quit smoking or whatever, there's that 3-week hurdle or whatever it is. Okay? And then at some point you go, oh, I don't need that anymore. I don't crave that anymore. Great, I'm free. I'm free. That's what you want to achieve. And that's the only way you're going to manifest them back. All right? So try this out, guys. Try this out. Let me give you a little action plan for 21 days. You can take it or leave it. This is not a challenge, but give yourself the challenge, see if it'll work for 21 days. You're going to focus only on yourself and what you can do in your life to make yourself happier, to love yourself more, to appreciate and respect yourself more. What can you change up about your life and your daily habits to make yourself healthier, to make yourself feel better? What new projects or hobbies can you tackle and look at? What have you always wanted to do that you've put on hold? You've put on hold because you thought you weren't good enough, or people talked you out of it, or you decided to become obsessed about somebody else and just give your time and energy completely over to them. Take it back now and ask yourself, what can I do in the next 21 days? Not think about them all the time. And you know what? If they pop into your head, that's fine. Don't try to chase them out of your head, but just gently redirect your focus to yourself and your life and your day and being in the moment. What am I going to do today? What are my intentions for today? I want to feel good. My intention every day, your intention should be to feel good. How can I do that today? What feelings and thoughts can I reach for that are going to make me feel better about myself without needing to rely on somebody else? Because you really don't need them to do that. Okay? So, I hope my little rant and lecture has been, has reached you in some way and helps you in some way, gain some perspective. Sometimes as a coach, I got to take the gloves off. I gotta, do a little spanking. That's what coaching is sometimes. Okay? So, if this has been of value to you and you haven't done so already and you like the cut of my jib, then please hit subscribe, hit that like button, share this video. Oh, turn on that little bell notification so you know when I upload new videos. If you like my content, consider leaving a tip. There's links for that down below, PayPal and Cash App. If you want some coaching, there's links for that below as well. And as always, guys, I love you. I know you can do this. No matter what circumstance you may be facing out there. Remember, circumstances are just an illusion. They're just a mirror reflection of what you've got going on in yourself. And the moment you decide to make that change at the source, right here, the source, not there, not them, not that, you are the source of it all. The moment you decide to put your attention there and to make the changes there, that's when the reflection will begin to change and you'll see it. You'll feel it first. You'll feel it first. And when you feel it, you'll know, I feel it, and now soon I'm going to see it. That feeling will precede the physical manifestation. Because the physical manifestation is always the last thing to come in, okay? So, thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, all right, keep a stiff upper lip. Happy manifesting. I'm Tarkan. I love you, and bye-bye.